Hello there, I'm Dr. David Cale, President of the Australian Chiropractors Association, and welcome to this update for November 2023. It's been a very busy and frankly terrific time for the ACA. The WFC Congress on the Gold Coast was a very successful event. There was a heavy focus on research and on the state of chiropractic around the globe, which is what it is about. And many members have given us tremendously positive feedback on how valuable it was for them to be at that Congress. We will be back to having our annual conference next year, and it's in July in Cairns, and it will be a more rounded mix of the three-legged stool. Philosophy, science and art, with practice management included to help you be better at what you do and help you communicate that better to serve your people more. It's July 26 to 28, so please mark that on your calendar. Thank you to those members who supported students at the WFC Congress. We will be aiming for a large student cohort in Cairns and a large member cohort, so take a break this winter and we'll see you up there. Regarding RMIT, Alex Malley and I recently had a meeting with the Dean, and we are looking forward to that being followed up by a meeting with the Vice-Chancellor very shortly. We're covering all bases, and as you would expect, we're well down the path of looking at options in Victoria for students and prospective students moving ahead. In exciting news, the federal government, through the Minister for Health and Aged Care, Mark Butler, have instituted an independent Unleashing the Power of Health Professionals (Scope of Practice) review, addressing how health practitioners can better work to the full extent of their skills and training. Headed up by Professor Mark Cormack from ANU, we had our first meeting in that review last week. And chiropractic was represented by myself, Alex, and our Professional Services Manager, Glynis Grace. So far, there have been some very positive signs. It's been very open and collaborative. They're looking to identify and hopefully remove the barriers to more effective government funding of health. Most importantly, with funding becoming based upon recognition of capability and competency rather than title. Doesn't that sound good? This, of course, fits beautifully with a patient-centred approach. And in Mark's words, it's not at all about changing anybody's scope of practice. Rather, they'll be looking to discover the system changes that are necessary to allow professions to work up to their full scope. It's a fantastic opportunity for us. We're able to have significant input into the discussion on inequities and deficiencies currently in the system, particularly around referral for imaging, direct referral to specialists and equitable access to care. And happily we received support from many at the meeting as we led some of that. Interestingly, we were the only organisation in the room that had both the President and CEO there, and we had Glynis there as well. So we're well represented. And we know that government reviews don't always translate to government policy, but we are at the table in a way that we have never been before, and that's extremely positive. I wish to thank those members who helped us put together our first submission to the review some months back, which was crucial. Two terrific new staff appointments have taken place recently to bolster membership services and policy development. More to come on that later when we profile those appointments for you, but it's very exciting and I'm absolutely thrilled about it. Chiropractic registration online with the registration board is now open for renewal. The deadline for that is November 30, so please get that done. You'll save yourself trouble if you do get it done. And all registered healthcare practitioners, including us, must declare during that renewal process that you meet the standards involving professional indemnity insurance, recency of practice and CPD. So please get that done, get it done smoothly and on time, and everyone's happy. Part of the issue at RMIT has been less demand for places. If the uni then wishes to keep its numbers up, which from a business case sense is important, then it has to drop the entry score. Now the problem then has been students with a lower entry score not being able to meet the demands of the course, which then leads to attrition. Of course, every stage of that chain of events is open to discussion around right or wrong, depending upon your perspective. But the ultimate bottom line is that if demand is higher, everybody wins and the profession benefits. Hence, the responsibility we at the ACA take very seriously to do all we can to raise the awareness and value of chiropractic, our brand out there in the marketplace. And to that end, I'm very excited about the brand campaign that will be beginning in the first quarter of next year. It's about highlighting the impact ACA members have on the Australian community, and it's important for you to identify and start to get used to identifying as an ACA chiropractor. So get the stickers for your window, put the logo on your website, and I'm excited to see that roll out, and I know many of our members will be thrilled with it. Very sadly, we have had some giants of our profession pass on recently. Jerry Clum, Carl Hamilton and David Pryor. Jerry Clum, you will probably know, there's no one in our profession who has done more than Jerry to be at the table and push the tenets of chiropractic around some very difficult forums. He was handed the keys to Life Chiropractic College West when he was 26 years old and was the president of that college for 30 years. He was on the board of the WFC for many years, several decades. And his grace in the way he communicated with people is something that I believe all of us can learn from. And I certainly try to just take a little bit of Jerry wherever I go. And thanks to him. Carl Hamilton was a founding member of ACA Queensland and has been practicing in Queensland for a long time. Carl, I can remember him at Dynamic Growth, and one aspect was the importance he placed on showing up. He was always dressed impeccably for a start, but it was more than that. He showed up for year upon year upon year to the people that he served, and he was an inspiration to many chiropractors and a mentor to many chiropractors in a quiet way, but a very effective way. Thank you, Carl. And David Pryor, well, talking about dynamic growth, I don't think there's ever been a quieter room than when we had 700 people jam-packed into the Marriott Hotel there, listening to David talk about his great friend, Jeff Airy. And David had a way about him that made you listen. And it was simply the chiropractic philosophy, the chiropractic principles coming through him in such an integral way and such a beautiful way that he left his mark on a whole generation of us, simply from a few of those speeches that he did. So thank you, David. And to the family and friends of those three chiropractors, we extend our good wishes. So that's all from me for now. Keep doing what you do and do it well. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.